Let's go over here. You're interrupting my stream.
What? No.
Yeah, stop.
It's just adding on,
Stop
bro.
singing.
I'm just hyping you up.
Oh, I gotta turn.
Nice horse breath.
Thank you. It crashed! You bitch. Hmm.
You bitch.
Alright, let's try it again. Where do you get that link? Like,
I just looked you up on YouTube and then share it.
really?
Yeah.
Because, like, there's one here, but it doesn't ever work.
Are you live right now?
Oh, yeah. We're live.
Already.
We are. We're live to two people.
One of them is me.
Oh, let's fucking go. Let's try this again. Tucson. Let's try this again. 3-5. Let's set 1-1. Right, that's fine. All right, let's just get back in there. We gotta turn. What the?
It's really lagging.
Turn this bitch on.
I'm sorry.
Send that to the Discord, to like our Discord. The
Okay.
link, the link.
Okay. Where are you flying today?
Today, well, if it doesn't crash on me again, which I don't know why it does that sometimes, but also like Microsoft Flight Simulator is about to come out for Xbox, like in 2 days or something. And so they're like doing a bunch of optimization and all that stuff to like make it work for Xbox also. So sometimes like when you first get into the game after you update it, which is what I just did like 20 minutes ago, you'll get some like weird little like hiccups or whatever here or there. But tonight we're gonna fly from Tucson to Colorado Springs, where Jacob's at.
Aw, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yee. And, ooh, it's dark. Ooh, it's so dark. So weathery. Oh my gosh. Oh, look, the runway's all wet because it's raining in Tucson.
Well,
Did you send it to the Discord?
not yet.
Send it in there. I want to paste it.
I have to log in, but I can't remember my password.
All right, we'll get in here. Look at this. Look at this rain.
Well,
Yeah. Let's turn up some lights in here. Turn that up. Got a bunch of lightning. All kinds of weather. Exciting. All right, let's type in our flight plan that we got from SimBrief. Flight plan. All right, let's go Colorado Springs. The arrival is going to be ILS 35 right because the weather sucks. And we're doing the Fisher debris. Oh, via Drake. I want to go via Drake. Debris. Hello. Thanks. Debris. Novia. Insert. Cool. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. And then out of Tucson, we're on the Tucson 8 Mesca departure, and we're departing 1111 right, no, 11 left. We're doing Tucson 8 to Mesca. Ooh, it's not there. Tucson 8. Let's just do that. All right, cool.
I sent you the.
Okay, cool. Option Fisher triple option. What is for Fisher is gossip. So we'll go option. Next waypoint is gossip. Insert option gossip. Fisher gossip, and then TIOTO. Before gossip, we have FTI. Oh man, I don't know which one this is. Let's. Oh, this one probably because it's much closer. Okay, insert, and then. Oh man, we got this all backwards. We're gonna restart. Restart the flight. Then are causing you pain. Call Andy and Kelly, Jim Dwight Creed. Call Andy and Kelly for your business paper needs. Dunder Mifflin, the paper person, paper people. Dunder Mifflin. Ooh. The paper person, paper people. Alright, floodlights. Let's try this again. Ah, flight plan. From Tucson, the thing I have from SimBrief says Tucson 8 to Mesca is the departure. Departure 1-1 left, which is the bigger runway. And then we're going Tucson 8, but it's not here. That departure isn't there. So Wobug, Creeby, TMAC, ONM, OTO, FTI. I wish I could import from SimBrief, which I don't think I can. Like I can put it right here, So I saved a flight plan from SimBrief, so I can like company. If you like type in your username here, Liquid FX, hit enter. You mess up your lights a little bit, but you can turn those back on. And then, oops, enter there. Then if you go flight per dispatch dashboard, today's flight from SimBrief. Yeah, cool. So there's that. But think if I don't think this does anything if I link MCDU. Five. Flight plan. Let's erase that. We'll go back to the beginning. Director. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, MCDU menu. FMGC. Options. Realism. No. No. Select desired system. Options. Did I just click on that? Yeah. Turn. Maybe if I'm in MCDU and I click link MCDU. No. Mm-mm. No. All right. So we're just gonna have to do something here. COS. We're gonna go 3-5 right. Arrival is 3-5 right. ILS. Transition is. What?
Nothing.
Is he sneaking in?
He's trying to.
3-5 right, and it's debris. Sure, whatever. Insert. Option Fisher. Okay, that's the right one. Tucson ALS. Yeah. Option. I just don't recognize triple, but whatever. Let's go here, and we'll go. Next waypoint from Tucson is going to be. I wonder if I can type in this TU, because this is like our departure. Not in database, yeah. What about Mesca? If I go CA, that might work. Okay, that's cool. We'll just do that. Mesca, and then SSO. I don't know what that is. I think that's where we like get on the highway basically. So let's go Mesca, and the next waypoint is
What kind of plane are you flying?
SSO, an Airbus A320. SSO.
A320?
Yeah, A320. So Mesca to SSO, and then I think we can do the airway of J104. So airways via J104 to ONM. I think that'll work. ONM. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm looking at like my little iPad down here where I have like the flight plan I have plugged in from SimBrief, and it has all these. So basically, again, like J104 is like a highway, and you enter the highway at SSO, and then you pass Wobug, Greeby, TMAC, ONM, OTO, or okay, on here it's OTO, and then FTI. Um, it's a little bit different, and I don't know if it's like a little weird bug or a glitch that's in the flight sim. Because the thing I use on my iPad is like, it's like a professional grade flight planner thing. So it might just be that like flight sim doesn't have all of the stuff in here that actually exists in real life. But we're just gonna call this good because this is basically what we have. O&M. If I wanted to, I could put in like I could try to put in something after O&M. O&M next waypoint is OTO if that'll work. Yeah, that one. Auto. And then so O&M to auto. And then I could, after auto, I could put FTI, which I don't know why the waypoints are only 3, like, units here. It's different. FTI. Let's just do that. And then we'll see what happens. All right, so that's fine. FTO, ALS, Fisher. Yeah, that's cool. There's like another one in there after FTI, and it's gossip, but we'll probably hit something else in there, so that's okay. All right, let's do it. Let's go back to here. But I got to figure out how to get it like synced from here because that would be so awesome. Oh yeah, so then there's our flight plan in there. That's cool. And our transition altitude is 5,000 feet. That's cool. Let's talk to ATC. Oh, they already cleared me for takeoff. That's neat. Very friendly of them. I'm going to turn this brightness down a little bit. That's cool. And then we'll look up here, make sure everything's off. That's cool. Turn on some lights. Seatbelts on. No smoking. Auto. Emergency lights. Arm. Announcer. I don't know what those are. Init lights. That's fine. Cool. All right. So that's fine. All right. We already got clear for takeoff, so we're good to go. So let's take this airplane into the fucking sky, and then we'll see what happens. Got it in the flight computer. I don't know if I'm missing anything. There's like this whole thing you can do up here too. If you go up here, there's like checklists. So you can go like before takeoff, and there's 9 items, right? So you can like do all this stuff, right? Like, and then you can tick it when it's done. And you go takeoff, right? So like brake, you can release the brakes, which I just did. That's this right here. Thrust levers to flex or toga flex is right there, which is like typically like 70% thrust. Chrono start is like the clock, so you can like start right here, like time the flight basically from like takeoff to touchdown. PFD and ENG indications. This is engine indications. This is our PFD primary flight display. Rotation is like when you actually leave the runway. Then you pull the landing gear up, ground spoilers disarm, exterior lights set. So there's like all these different things you can do checklist wise, but we're not going to do any of that. We're just going to fly out of the airplane because that's more fun. So we'll set this to flex. Bink. That's pretty neat. Oh, you know what I got to change first though? So when I fly like a single engine plane, I have this set up specifically because when you fly a single engine plane, you get this physical reaction from the propeller and you have to correct. It's called a left turning tendency with a single engine airplane. So a single engine airplane wants to like pull you to the left just based on how the like physics of the propeller work against the air. Um, so you have to correct that with like some right rudder or some right aileron, like depending on the situation you're in. So I have this set up specifically for that, so I don't have to always just be like twisting the joystick like 2 degrees to the right or whatever. So I can set this back on default for when I'm flying like a jet, right, which has like two nacelles, like one on either side, and they just provide thrust straight backwards instead of a propeller that provides a different amount on the stroke up versus the stroke down. So we can just leave this on default for when we're flying jets. So resume. All right, cool. I'm literally on 1-1 left right now, and I'm about to take off. So hopefully that plane doesn't run into us. I didn't check my like V1 speeds either, but we're just gonna take off when the plane's ready to take off, which will be like 140 or something. There's 140. We're at 1 notch of flaps, so we'll go right now. Yeah, we're good. We'll go gear up. And then when we get 1,000 feet above the field, which is like 3,400-ish, then we'll bring our flaps up and turn our autopilot on, respond to ATC. There's the moon. That's cool. Hey, moon. That's cool. There's Tucson over there. Oh, that's flaps. So we'll go flaps up because we're over 1,000 feet above the field. So we can bring our flaps up. And then our flaps are right. Where's our flaps? Right there. So now our flaps are all the way up. So you got 1 notch, 2 notch, 3 notches are full. And then our speed brakes are good too. So that's nice. So our flaps are up. We're going to get to 5,000 feet until. Usually you do this, request your IFR clearance before you depart, but I don't know why it wouldn't let me. So squawk 1127, it's already in there. And now we're flying straight to this waypoint. Why am I going so fast? Oh, it's because I wasn't in auto throttle. That's why I left it on the climb detent. So that's why we're getting that dinging, because we're like in an overspeed condition right now. Altimeter 3008. So we'll change that. That'll change our altitude. And they want us to climb to 13,000. So we'll get up there. Oops, this one. 13,000. So now we'll start a climb to 13,000. And we'll contact Tucson departure 119.4, which they already do it for you, which is cool. I think you can turn that off also, by the way. And then, or you could like type it in right here. So this little knobby basically changes this one on the right. This changes the big numbers. This changes the little numbers. 3013. Um, this changes the big numbers. This changes the little numbers. And then you just hit this to make it your active like channel. So then when you toggle the um, transmit button, that's who you talk to. So, oh, I also have this thing. I can start doing it like now on my iPad. And I have to change the GPS to this. Yes. 13445. So it didn't do it yet. It might do it right now when I click this though. 13445. We'll just do it ourselves. 13445. And then contact. So we're about to hit. So we're 7 miles away, 7 nautical miles away from Mesca, and then we'll start our left turn towards SSO. And maybe I can show you guys this like on the camera, kind of. But like this thing I use, and so you can see like right there. There's a little image of an airplane, and that's like because I have this utility on my PC. I don't know if you can see that or not, but either way, there's this like utility I have on the PC that like transmits all the flight sim data to the iPad over the Wi-Fi, and then my iPad's connected to the same internet as my desktop. Um, and so like the iPad basically thinks it's like in this airplane right now, like flying this route or whatever. And this is the same flight plan I typed into the flight computer on the flight sim. So it's pretty cool. Like you can do all kinds of stuff on here and see where you're at and everything. And like whenever I go on a flight in real life now, I like super nerd out like a 4 year old, and I go talk to the pilots up front and I ask them if they'll give me the flight plan, and then I type it in, and then like all your as long as your like phone or your iPad has a cell plan, so yeah, phones always have it, but like as long as your iPad is like a cellular iPad, or your whatever tablet is like cellular capable, it has GPS, so you could do the same thing. And this thing I use is called Flight Plan Go, and it's free, and you can download it and then type in flight plans, and then like basically just follow along with where you're at in the airplane. 17,000. So now we'll change that again. We're entering a little climb. Turn the terrain on because there's like a mountain range we're going over right now, basically. Yeah, so now we're on the way. And I think like this number right here, so you see this little pink arrow? This is like I think it's in the flight computer under like performance. Oh yeah, managed right there. So I could set that to whatever I want. Um, but it's like the difference between going like 80 in a 75, or 80 miles an hour versus like, oh shit, versus like 84 miles an hour or whatever. You're just not gonna like change a whole ton of ground or anything. Copy message link. You're not gonna like cover that much more ground, and so it's kind of like you're going fast enough is basically what I'm trying to say. Like don't worry about that. Don't worry about trying to get that up to like 310 or whatever. Like it's just at the end of the day, it's just not going to make that huge of a difference. But I wonder if I can change it now, like mid-flight. I actually don't know, because usually if it's like in here, this is something you have to do beforehand or something. Or we could try maybe like, let's say we wanted it at like 310 instead of 290. We'll type 310 right here and then click that. No, that didn't do anything. Performance inish. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. But we're at our altitude again. So they're probably going to give us like a new altitude. Because once we get above 18,000, this is going to go back to standard. So everyone knows where everyone else is at. But it's kind of funny. You got to be like super right on this, or else the game like gets weird and it doesn't realize that you're on that altitude or whatever. Fuck. Whoa, that's strong.
She's sitting on my desk.
I wonder if we can like, yeah, we can ask them. Be like, hey, sluts, let me fly higher. We'll try to go up by 10,000. See what they say. Hey, 270. Roger that. 0. And then we've got about, so you can see these rings. So it's 20, 40, 60 miles. So we've got like 35-ish or whatever to SSO. And then we'll start a gentle left to Wobug. We kind of just stay on this like gentle left the whole way up there. And then these are the winds. So there's a 13, I don't know, knot or mile an hour wind coming out of 196. So it's like pushing us a little bit. Ground speed versus total airspeed. So this is in miles per hour, I think, and this is in knots, and then this is Mach down here. Um, True airspeed, I mean, not total airspeed. So you got 32 nautical miles to SSO, and I think this means we'll get there in 4 minutes. I don't really know. Anyways, SSO is on a 060 heading. So that's what that all is. We're on auto thrust, which is where this is at. Anywhere from 0 up to this like climb detent. I think that's what that is. You're on auto thrust, so it's just going to manage that 290. But if I took it out of there, I think we go into a different, it'll give us some more power. Yeah, it gives us more power. So then you'll see all right, let me show you. So when I set it down here to this detent under auto thrust, our um, engines are only operating at 91.5%. These are our exhaust gas temperatures, and we're climbing at 2,200 feet per minute. That's what 2,300 feet per minute. That's what this is saying. But if I turn this up all the way to TO or I don't know what that is, BA or GA or something, go all the way up. Now you see this climb up to like 94 and a half. And now you'll see this go up a little bit to keep us. So we'll still try to manage like 290, I think, but we'll be able to climb a little bit more aggressively because we're using a couple percent more um, of the engine power, of the thrust capability. So that's pretty sweet. Oh yeah, so I don't know what this is. Maybe this is like GMT arrival time or something. Because it's only like an hour and 20-minute flight. And then GMT is like plus 7.5 or something from MST. So that might be what that is. Or plus 7, which would be, yeah, it's 9:16 in Tucson right now. So plus 7 would be GMT. Ooh, I forgot to do this. So we're over 18,000 feet, and I forgot to set our altimeter to standard, which changes our altitude a ton right there. But now that's set. Um, and now I think we're just kind of hanging out for a little while because we're like a long ways away still. So while this thing continues to climb, actually I want to give it a minute. There's some lightning. And then let's. Oh, look at that. Cool. We're kind of like above the weather now. So now we're like over the top of the clouds, which is nice. So now it should be like a relatively smooth ride the rest of the way. And this is the FlyByWire A320, which is like a. It's actually really nice like download that this like company or just group of designers and developers made for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Um, and apparently it's way better than the original, like the A320 that came with the game. So like more of the switches are usable, and it's just a little bit more closely related to like real life. They call them like study level, so you can like practice on them and stuff. I wouldn't know. I don't know the difference of any of that. um, but it works really well. Oh yeah, so see, I left it in the this way up here, so we're not on auto throttle, so we're getting an overspeed again, and we're going super fast. So I'm gonna bring it back down to this one, and you'll see this come way back because the airplane is like on auto throttle, and it's gonna slow us down, so we're not in an overspeed condition anymore, and it'll bring us down to 290. Oops, there we go. Cool. And then I'm going to request that we go higher again. Increase. And we're at 27, so let's go to like 34. Cool. There's that. And I'm going to go back into this full engine performance. For the climb. And during this climb, I'm going to go make another drink. And I'm going to go make a drink, and then I'll come back and respond to a couple of these chat messages. All right, I'll be right back. But I'll talk you guys through the drink making process. That'll be sweet. So first we'll get some ice, and we'll throw it in a cup. And then we'll pour a questionable amount of Captain Morgan into the glass. Very good. And then some Diet Pepsi, 'cause I'm pretty sure it's always caffeine free. Ooh, it's not. Caffeine content, 35 milligrams per 12 ounces. That's not too bad. But we need it for the flight, right? We gotta stay perked up. That's like, I think that's part of the deal with being a pilot is gotta make sure you don't fall asleep, or else that's bad news. So we'll just have a little captain and diet here. with just the right amount of caffeine to keep us awake. Bang. The dogs are all asleep. That's good. No one's attacking anything. Very cool. All right. And now I don't need this stupid thing in front of me for a while. Actually, will it do anything? Oh yeah, it will for sure. But the autopilot just takes right over. So I could like try to fight the autopilot and throw us into like an aggressive climb. Does it turn off the autopilot? Oh yeah, it does. That's cool. Let's turn that back on. 340, that's cool. And I'm gonna set you. Whoa, lightning still. That's neat. All right, let's get you out of the way. Killer awesome. Where's the towers? What do you mean?
That's Kayla.
Huh?
That's Kayla.
Oh, where's the towers? I I I don't know. I mean, I plan on flying it into the ground at the correct rate of descent for a smooth landing. Unlike last time, I'm gonna try my hardest to remember to put the gear down, which would be much better. Oh yeah, plus we have it set for an ILS approach. So last time that didn't go very well. Um, but we're gonna try that again because I need to throw this on and this on. Um, yeah, we'll see if we're gonna try. We're gonna try to get it there. I feel pretty confident. And actually, it's like a long ways away still. But I could like try to pull up this approach on my iPad here and see procedures. ILS 35 right. View non-current. That's fine. All right, so 35 right. Man, it would be so much better if I knew how to read an approach plate very easily, but I don't. So we're just gonna figure it out on the fly. Localizer is 109.1, so let's see if we have that in here. I think that's RadNav localizer 109.1. Look at that. All right, that's cool. So we got that, and then yeah, I don't know what's up with this. I don't know how to. Oh, we're in this. There we go. I keep forgetting the climb thing. Yeah, 340. I'm not above it at all. I'm underneath it by 100 feet. You dick. Yeah, whatever. All right, so I've got it set for like live everything, for like live ATC and live like other players and live weather and all that stuff. So I don't know where all the towers are at, but it's like super quiet sometimes. So there's that. I want to look at the airport diagram for KCOS. And airport diagram, 35 right. Oh, that's cool. We'll have like an interesting taxi after we land. Because this runway is kind of like. What are you talking about? So yeah, that's on. That's cool. This is like set where I want it. That's cool. So let's do that. Sometimes you kind of have to. Oh shit! All right, everything's cool. Wait, why am I? Oh, that was the issue. There was a thing set weird on my joystick. Okay. Okay, so we should be okay now. And then maps. Yeah, dude, I'm working on it. Why are you such a dick? Everything's fine. Air traffic control, stop talking to me. Let me take a nap up here in the cockpit. Figure out other things like my marriage. What I'm gonna do with these kids. All right. So what I don't understand is this. Is this airport configuration? Route, edit, procedures, approaches, ILS. 3, 5, right. Download current. Let's do that. The dad hat is making my fat head too sweaty. Good day. Good day. Alright. So, I wish I could show you guys this. I probably could. Yeah. Yeah. No, no problem, Albuquerque Center. I'm gonna do that. Alright. I actually probably could pull this up. Approach plate. KCOS. ILS 35 right. Let's see if this comes up. Oh my god. It came up immediately. So this is basically what I'm looking at on my iPad. Uh, that's not right. This is 1.7. That's not right. This is 3.5 right. Okay, cool. So this is basically what I'm looking at like on my iPad. um, thing is there's. What do you mean expedite my descent to 340? I'm 20 feet under 340. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna climb. What are you doing? I'm gonna climb and then I'm just gonna mix up the altitude game a little bit because you guys are dicks. So there. So let's go back to this. Here. And then there's supposed to be like waypoints in here. So I'm gonna be flying in like basically straight up at the airport. Like straight up towards like almost on this heading of like 3.5 anyways. So I think this is like a um waypoint. I'm gonna come unglued with these fucking people. Stop telling me to expedite my descent. I'm literally at 340. There, how about that? What if I mess with the thing a little bit? The altimeter setting. So this again. So so this is like a waypoint, like Drake, and then whatever. So you come in and land. Like this is the like these little lines right here are the runways. So this is like 3-5 right here. This is 3-5 left, and then this is 1-7 I think. So like if you were gonna come in from this direction down here, this is 1-7, and so uh, actually maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but anyways, we're gonna come land on this runway, and this is like the altitude at the field, so 6281 I think. I'm kind of guessing at some of this stuff in all honesty. And then like this is a waypoint, this is a waypoint, but is like a comms thing because that's what this Morse code is. So like you could tune in here, and this would be like the VOR. Butts is the VOR, yeah. So you know like where you're flying, and then like Black Forest VOR is up here. I'm I'm not 600 feet above my assigned altitude. I'm literally 80 feet under my assigned altitude. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cancel my IFR, or I'm just gonna request an increase. Let's try this. 2,000. Let's see what he says. Cool. All right, so we're just gonna see if that fixes that little bug. So then go back to here. So yeah, these are VORs. This is a VOR. This is a VOR. This is a VOR. Um, oh my God, I'm gonna come unglued with this freaking dude. I'm already talking to Albuquerque Center. What is up with these? What is up with these clowns? So we're coming up from like down here, basically. Oh yeah, so you tune this into your like radio, and then if you have like a VOR setup, then you can listen to it and verify because it'll like the VOR will give you like a Morse code. It'll be short, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, 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 and you can verify that you're on the right VOR. So when you're like doing heading stuff, you know you're aimed at where you want to be aimed instead of like the wrong spot. But usually, like on an ILS approach, they'll have a waypoint like right here, and then a waypoint right here, and then a waypoint right here. Why are you telling me that? I'm not at all. Oh yeah, so let's try to cancel. Let's try to cancel our IFR, see what they say. I don't know. But here's what we're gonna do is we'll probably just be okay because I don't know like what a visual looks like in like an airliner yet, right? Like the only visual I have some reference for is um like an approach in like a single engine airplane from like a couple thousand feet above an airfield. So I don't know what it's supposed to I don't know what an airfield is supposed to look like from 36,000 feet and 80 miles away or whatever, or like 15,000 feet 20 miles away. So I can't like eyeball that. But like the guys who fly these planes absolutely can, and they know like what distance they need to be on a downwind. This is so frustrating. Can you can you knock it off? I'll turn that off. That's gross. Expedite my descent to 360. What planet are you on? I'm literally right there. But since we're coming up like from down here basically. Oh wait, here we go. Oh here. Oh no. So maybe this is it. So Fowler, you're supposed to be at 8100. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I can just not respond, and then that'll cancel the IFR, and then I can like try to refile it or whatever. That would never happen. Like that kind of a thing, I don't think would ever happen in real life. If you just like ignore ATC, they're not just like he's probably fine. Just cancel his IFR. He's gonna be fine. He's just VFR. They're gonna like keep reaching out to you till you're like till you respond or whatever. Um, yeah, they're not just gonna be like, yeah, it's no big deal. Yeah, so at Fowler, we want to be at 8100. Um, and then at Seagix, we want to be at 8100. And then right here is when we'll intercept the localizer. And then when we turn on this LS and this loc right here, I think it'll like the airplane. All right, we're just gonna not respond and see if it cancels it. But I think what'll happen here is the airplane will capture the localizer and the glide slope and keep us in this like see this little like gray channel right here for lack of a better term. Like it'll keep us in there all the way down to our runway, which is this little guy right there. So over the course of 5.3 nautical miles and then zero point 0.8, so it'd be 6.1 miles. It'll um, it'll take us down there. Or I'm wrong. I don't really know, but we're gonna just figure it out. I don't know what any of this stuff means over here either. So this is like got to be field elevation, mural runway. That might be like a type of landing thing, like a type of instrumentation they have to help pilots land that would I don't know differ based on the airport or something, or based on the runways. Hero and rail. I don't know what that is. And if we're going 150 knots, 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Yeah, minutes and seconds. FAF to MAP. FAF. Whatever. We're just gonna ignore him till he cancels it. So FAF to MAP is 6.1. That's also coincidentally the same as 5.3 plus zero point 0.8. So that just might be like if you're going 150 knots, it's gonna take you 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go from here to the runway. So maybe that's just what that piece of information means. I don't know. Why are you why are you buzzing at me? Oh, why am I not maintaining that flight level? That's disconcerting. I don't know. Standard. Expedite. I don't know why we were like climbing a little bit there. But we're like halfway there now. We're like pretty close. So there's like a rule of thumb. I forget what it is. It's like, man, I should look it up. But it's like you take your altitude in feet times 3, and that's how many miles you have to start your descent. So if you're at 36,000 feet times 3 would be 90 plus 18. So 108 miles out is when you want to start your descent. 100 miles out, 108 miles out from the field is when you want to start your descent to maintain a 3-degree glide slope or a 3-degree descent to keep the passengers happy, so you're not like hitting it like a dive bomber or whatever. But I don't know how to read this really. So, uh, yeah, I don't know. Oh, distance 328. Maybe that's maybe that's how far away we are still. Is 328 miles? That looks about right. Like if I look on my iPad. Oh yeah, I could look here too. Right here. So like if we change the scale to 320, then now we've got 80, 162. We got like 240 miles to the airport. But I also hate that this ALS is in here. Oh, that's cool. There's a city over there. What city is that? That's Albuquerque. Cool. Wow. Look at that. You can still see the sunset. That's pretty cool. Dang. That's probably the Rio Grande. Can I see it on my iPad? Yes. Big River. And there's Albuquerque International, KABQ, right there. All those runways. Pretty neat. That's what a city looks like from 36,000 feet. 35.9, 36,000. That was weird. We had it set at 36,000 earlier, but it was keeping us in a climb to like 36.2. I wish this wasn't in there. So maybe we can try like, or maybe I could, no. I wonder if I could just go from OTO direct to like gossip. So like when I hit OTO, I go, oh, I don't see gossip in there. I go direct Fisher. No, that's way too close. Yeah, that would be no good. Or direct OTO, direct like option or triple. Why aren't those in there though? Oh, there they are. Okay. So I could go OTO, or 13 miles away. And I don't know how to do this, but I think if I hit direct let's go direct, triple, temporary direct. Boom, yeah. So that changes our trajectory now. So, or changes our vector, our heading. So it got rid of those two like that were didn't make a ton of sense to make like this weird hard left turn and then make another right, which this is what they'll do a lot of times like in a real flight, and this will save them, 10 minutes or something. So like the last big flight I took was Sacramento to Phoenix, or San Jose to Phoenix, I think. And there was like a TFR somewhere, but or like an MOS or an MOA. I forget what it is, but it's basically like a chunk of like land you're not allowed to fly through unless you get permission. and But they got permission because it was like late at night, and we're flying through it or whatever. So we got permission, and it ended up saving us like 25 minutes of flight time. So we ended up like taking off a little bit late, but then we landed like a little bit early because we did like a direct from one place to another one. So instead of like think of Pythagorean's theorem, right? You've for like right triangles. If you've got a right triangle, you've got like a 30, 60, 90 triangle like this. Like this is the short end, this is the long end, for lack of a better term, and this is the hypotenuse. Instead of flying the short way and then like flying this L, you just take the shortcut and go right along here. It ends up saving you a bunch of distance. I actually tried to use that on a golf course one time, and it was way overcomplicated. But I like didn't have any other reference stuff, so I kind of had to. But right now we're 160, 240. It's like kind of in the middle-ish. Let's say we're a little closer to 240. So we're probably like 210 miles out, and we're at 36,000. So we want to start our descent at 108 miles out. 108 miles out. So we'll give it a little bit of time still. But yeah, we're cruising. There's Albuquerque. We're like leaving it behind. Oh yeah, and then we've got all these different views. What is this? Oh, it's part of the seatbelt. Okay. I thought that was like a big turd on the first officer's seat. I like just glanced at it. Looked. I was like, is that a donut or a turd? All right. So that's all cool. There's something in here too, like this. Yeah, activate approach phase. I don't know what this means. Um, Cab rate negative 50 feet per minute. I might. I don't know. I might try that or something. I don't really know. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just listen to ATC when they keep telling me like because they should. Oh wait, no, I have to do this. They should like bring you down. Why am I? See again, like this is being really weird about um this like flight level change holding me where it's supposed to be. Uh, Anyways, they want us down at 230 anyways. So we'll just do that. Flight level 230. So now the engines will pull themselves way back while we get into like a descent, because it's all about like potential energy, right? So like we're bringing our our height way down, and so we're going to gain a ton more potential energy. So we don't need that additional thrust from the engines providing us any speed, because we can manage that with our rate of descent basically. And now we're like 180 out from the airport. So it's not quite where we want to be yet, but for our descent. But I don't know. We're just we're just hanging out. And then we're gonna try to get lucky. And then I mean we're gonna put the plane on the ground, no matter what. That's for sure gonna happen in not that long. And whether it happens, smoothly or aggressively, it's up to whether or not I can figure out how to work the ILS approach. And I think honestly, like we might be able to see. No, this isn't it for sure. This is like some other little city. This is maybe Taos, Taos Regional in like northeastern New Mexico, probably. Man, I wish there was a way for me to like bring this up so it like mirrored it. So whatever I did on my iPad, I could show you guys up here. There's got to be a way to do that for sure. Because it's really cool, like, all the stuff that's available or whatever. But we're still descending, 4,000 feet per minute, down to flight level 230. This is our Mach, 0.774, 772. Change our range a little bit. So this little dial right here changes what this looks like. So like if I go to plan, I don't know what that does. Arc is where I usually leave it set, and that shows us like these range circles. So 40, 80, 120, and then this furthest is 160. Let's change it to nav. Then it kind of puts us in the middle, right? Um, VOR. So this would be like if we were trying to use a VOR to navigate. So we could type in what I was telling you about earlier and like put it into the flight computer, and it would tell us what the based on what the VOR was telling us, we would have like a certain heading to fly. And then there's like this other line that shows up in the middle right here when you're on the correct heading, or if it's over here, then you have to turn the airplane left to like find the line, um, and basically fly that so you're on the correct heading or whatever. That's what VOR is, and it's basically how like older single engine airplanes navigated in the clouds and stuff, because it like if you couldn't see, or if you're just like in the soup as they say, and you can't see anything out your windows, you just have to like trust your instruments, so like, okay, I'm on the correct heading, I'm at this altitude, I know I'm flying towards the VOR I want to be flying towards. So that's how you navigate IFR when you don't have like autopilot, like in a big fancy airplane like this. And then LS. Oh, actually LS. Oh yeah, I might throw this on for like when we get a little bit closer to see what happens. Because I don't really know what's gonna happen. Like in all honesty. Um, yeah, we're not that far away. We're like getting pretty close. So I'm gonna throw it over here. We got. I'm literally at 230. What meth are you smoking? What are you talking about? This bitch. Telling me to expedite my descent to 230, and I'm at 229 right now. Unbelievable. Power trip. Alright, so what city are we over right now? Is this Taos? Yeah, that's Taos right up here. The city of Taos. And there's a little airport right down there too. Let's see if we can see it. No, not really. Oh yeah, there it is. Taos Regional. Duh. That's cool. There's the airplane. What about that? What's over there to our right? That is Agua Fria. It's another little airstrip. Angel Fire. Dude, what are you talking about? Expedite my descent to 230. What is with this little glitch right now, Microsoft? I am at 230. Let's turn it down 1 to 220 for a second. And then let's turn it back up to 230. So now we're about 1, that's 40, so 20, about 140 from the airport. But we're also like 10,000, 14,000 feet lower than we were. 4,000. So now we're just going to kind of follow the um, ATC until they give us like an approach clearance. And then I will activate the ILS. But I don't know how far away you have to be until that starts working. Because like with the VOR, I think it's like uh, 40 or 60 miles or something that a VOR basically becomes like useless, and like your airplane literally just like can't see it. But I don't know how it works for ILS. I don't know how far away you got to be. But we won't turn it on. We'll turn it on at like, I don't know, 40 miles out or something, and see how that does. Which that would be, there's like a little tool on here, like a measuring tool, so I can set it to like 40, and then basically like when I run over that little marker, I know, okay, that's about 40 miles or whatever. So we're 90 miles out from triple. There's also a bunch of like speed stuff I don't quite understand. I don't have like a solid understanding of yet, because we're still our airspeed, right? We're still going 290 knots. Like that's what the airplane thinks we're going based on like the amount of air coming into the pitot-static tubes on the plane. But if you look, like our true airspeed is 391 miles an hour and our ground speed is 397 miles an hour. So those are pretty much the same. But our Mach, Denver Center, 12835. 375. Oh, I gotta change this. Are they not gonna give me an altimeter? That's interesting because we're under 18,000 now. So they should give us an altimeter reading under 18,000, because that's going to change um, my like pressure altitude, what I could do is look here under airports and information and frequencies. The arrival ATIS is 1250, so I could do this maybe and see how this works. 125. See if this will like give me the ATIS. And I found this frequency on this thing I have. No. So that didn't. I can't hear the arrival ATIS, which would usually tell me the um, like reading for pressure altitude at the field. Ooh, so this might cause a problem for our ILS approach. I guess we'll find out. We'll go back to Denver Center and see what they say. Or maybe they just think I already know it. Did they give it to me before? No, they definitely didn't give it to me before. I'm literally at 14,000, so shove it. Hmm. Oh, you know what though? No, like if no matter what, if I activate the ILS, it's still gonna capture that glide slope from the airport, regardless of what I have set for the like pressure altitude or density altitude. So I think that's okay. But I'm really winging a lot of stuff here. Oh man, there's lightning and thunder. On another note, so that makes me believe, man, I don't know. Idle. That makes me believe I have an incorrect altimeter reading. I'm gonna change it. This is a thing too, like in real life, I would just ask ATC. I'd be like, hey, what's what's this supposed to be right now? And I just put it in. But like the game, the simulator just doesn't have that option. I would just be like, hey, Denver Center, tell me what the like pressure reading is right now so I could put it in so I could have an accurate altitude so I don't kill everybody on board when I fly into a goddamn mountain. But that's not a thing here. Chrono. Oh, that's cool. If you click this, the little display comes up right there. Because I never hit this start button over here. Chrono. So then, now that's going right here. Stop. Oh, cool. It's still going right there. Stop that. Stop. Chrono. GPS. All right. So 100 miles out from the airport. Let's change that a little bit. And we're at 14,000, but we're not. Like, what is the airports? Isn't it just right here? So right now, the METAR. So there's clouds at 12,000 feet, so we should break through those pretty soon when they give us a uh, new altitude. And then what did I say? I was gonna turn the ILS on at like 40 miles out. So we're still like 60, we're still like 80 miles out. So info. Hmm. I'm just gonna try to set this. Oh yeah, it's super high. So for the altimeter setting for Colorado Springs, it's usually 3034, 3032, which is way higher than what we have it set at. So I'm gonna change it right now and see what happens. 3033. Let's go right there. We're gonna do that because I don't know what ATC is talking about, why they are not. Uh, but anyways, that's where we're at right now. So, but like I'm looking at my map here, and it's telling me that like in this grid section that I'm in, the highest mountains there are at 14.4, and I'm past those. And in the grid section I'm entering, the highest mountains are 14.7, but those are off to my left, like a pretty good bit. So I think actually I'm not gonna do it, but I can change the weather on here. Assistant. Oh yeah. Oh no, because I have it set to live. But we would see a big mountain range right out here. There we go. 07. Okay. Cool. So now the plane will take care of that for us. Yeah. All right. Cool. And we're about to fly into like a pretty bad storm also. Yeah. Cool. Got it. Thank you. What is this buzzing though right now? Why is that happening? Terrain on ND, but I don't see that. Waypoint NDB? What does this do? Something should pop up here. Airports. So these are all the airports in the area, like private strips, private airfields, I mean. Sea Star. I don't know. VOR. What? Tell me all the different like VORs in the area? Maybe not. Maybe if I had this right there. I would probably have to have a VOR tuned for this to show up with anything. Let's turn that off. cool. All right. So we're 60 miles out from the airport. Look at this stupid approach, though. Like, I just want to go. Oh, we're not going to be able to make that turn. That's really dumb. I just want to go direct, like. I can't even see what that is. CJX user. I want to go direct, like. Yeah, I can't really tell yet. But to, like, this spot right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 before CGen. Or CJX. 1, 2, 3, 4. Direct, like, R171? No, that's over here. 62, Drake is up here. Yeah, I don't really know. But we're like 6, 7, 8,000 feet above the field. And we're 50-ish, 55 miles out. So I don't know if that's good or bad. But, you know. Oh, shit. Damn it, I had this on standard again. Yeah, no problem. Got you, big dog. Alright, cool. 40? Dang it, I still can't see that. That sucks. D 176 or something? 179? Alright, we're gonna go direct 179. 173. Send it. Yeah, that's what I want. Cool. We're gonna do that whether or not ATC says it's okay. And now we're almost through that storm, and the highest mountains here are 8,300, so that's cool. And then we're about 40 miles away from the airport, so I'm going to find this approach plate again. Procedures. Approaches. 35 right. I'm going to just turn it on, see what happens. Alright, so the airplane didn't do anything, which is not great. Let's change this over here. So I don't think we can pick it up yet. So we're still like 60 miles out or something. 30, 40, 40 miles out. We might just go direct USR. Direct user. Direct. No, is that not a thing? Maybe not. All right, never mind. And I don't think we're just like, I just don't think we can pick up the ILS yet. I don't think we're close enough, which is surprising. But it is what it is. Either way, if we look out to our right, there's an airport right there. And then our airport is 35 miles away, right over there or something. But I don't really know. I'm surprised they haven't given us a new altitude or anything though. So we're still at 14,000. We're only 8,000 feet above the field, and we're 30 miles away. So I'm gonna slow us down actually a ton to. I'm gonna slow us down to 250. Auto throttle. I'm gonna throw in one set of flaps. Never mind. Slow us down to 210. There's that. Flaps. 1. 210. That's cool. And they gave us a new altitude. That's cool too. Papa Uniform Bravo. And then ILS, where is that? Okay, cool. So now we've got that there. All right, so you can see this line. This is kind of what I was talking about with the VOR stuff earlier. So we're like flying right now to like intercept this heading. And then once this line lines up in the middle here, the plane should turn left to fly us on this heading of let's see, 3-3-3-4-3-5. So it'll fly us right until we run into that heading, and then it'll fly us left once we hit it, so we're on the correct heading of 3-5, which we're going to line up for the ILS for 3-5 right, the runway, which makes sense. So we'd be on the same heading as the runway. And usually the plane will try to line us up with an intercept course of 45 degrees to something like that when it's on autopilot. So that's cool. We're actually going like pretty slow right now, but that's fine. We're going to try to nail this one. And that might be our airport right there. I don't really know. 120.6. No problem. Oh, there's our runway right there. Bing! Check that out. And then you see these diamonds, so these will line up when we're on the correct heading, and this will line up when we're on the correct glide slope. And then the guy gave us altitude of 8.1, so we'll be at 8,100 when we cross this intersection, it looks like. Or we're going to try to be, because right now we're above the glide slope, but I think that's okay. 3022. Yep. And we're going to slow it down a little more. I am inbound. I'm inbound right now. So you can see there's the airport. We're, 14 miles away from it right now. Altimeter 3028. Oops, that's why. Acknowledge pattern entry, and we're cleared ILS 35 right. So that's cool. We're gonna throw out some more flaps because I think we were approaching like a stall condition there with the amount of flaps we had. 28. And I think we've now captured the glide slope. Or the airplane is like configuring itself to capture it. So that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Because I can hear the throttles changing too. So now this should stay right in the middle, and we want this to stay right in the middle, but it's not. And I don't know why. So now we're getting a little low. So I'm going to change that. So why it won't capture that glide slope is confusing to me. I'm going to take that way down because it means we're really high. Yeah, we should be at like 5,000 feet right now. Oh yeah, we're super high. All right, here we go. Time to party again. We're going to throw in a ton of speed brakes. We're going to put the gear down. That's going to slow us down a ton. We're going to go turn the autopilot off. Yeah, we're coming in. Yeah.
2,500.
Thanks. 2,500. That means like above the ground. So whatever. We're eyeballing it now. Now we are winging it. We're going to turn off this, turn off that. And the game is stuttering a little bit right now. Come on. Stay with me here. Alright, there's power. That's cool. Gears down. Speed brakes are full. We're going to go another notch of flaps. Oh my god, we're super high.
1,000.
That's cool. I guess we're not that high. Everything's fine. Everything is
500.
fine. Gears down. No, we're not too low. Everything's cool.
300.
Everything's cool. Super hot. Boom.
Try.
See that? Oh, too easy. Look at that. Hey, we're just gonna stay right on the center line. There we go. That's okay. There we go. Boom. We don't want any hot brakes. Pull up the airport diagram so we know where to go. Look at that. Boom! Landed safely, gear down and everything. So I got to figure out why it won't capture the like glide slope. I don't know why it won't do that. It's probably just some stupid button I'm like not pressing, but oh my god, we are I honestly might be the best pilot in the United States currently. Bang. Damn, son. All right. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah, whatever, idiot.
What?
121.7. You have a good day. Boom! Look at that. Now we're taxiing. Bing, bing, bing. Bring the flaps all the way up. Why is this thing dinging at me, though? Can you turn off, please? Oh my god, please stop dinging at me. That's horrible. Why? What are you doing? Oop. Why are you screaming at me? Okay, there's a little red message in the center there. Let's see what that says. Config speed brakes not retracted. Yeah, they are. I just retracted them. Whoop, we're driving off the taxiway. The speed brakes are literally retracted. Guys, what is happening right now? I don't know how much more retracted you would like the speed brakes. Brakes hot. Yeah, no kidding. Flaps up. Oh my god, we're going to hit this van. Oh my god, watch out! Alright, well, we're just going to deal with the dinging for a little bit, I guess. Let's take a right turn there. And we are almost home! Wow, look at us. Alright, there's a bunch of red notes on the computer right now. I don't know why. Wow. It's putting us in like GA. Oh, request taxi to parking. Yeah, we want that. Yeah, it put us in GA parking. That's funny. Okay, why are you screaming at me? Flaps not in takeoff config. What are you talking about? Alright guys, well we did it. We landed. We taxied an Airbus to um, general aviation parking, I guess. Okay, cool. Now that'll shut off. And we did it. We landed safely. We're like parked. So now I'm gonna turn these batteries on. Which battery on? Or on. External power's available. Let's use that. And then let's turn off the engines. Off. Off. So now those will turn off. And then we're on external power. We have the parking brake set. And we are successfully arrived in Colorado Springs. How about that? Wow, you and me, we did it. Everyone's alive. Look at this dude just chilling out here. He's got sunglasses on. It's 10:30 at night. He's got a man bun. Sweet. Look at that. We made it, everyone. There's the tower. Ugh, fantastic. And we're parked right next to a Cessna. So, really good work. I'm really proud of all of us for knocking that out of the park, you know. We flew an airplane. That's what we did. Parking brake set. We can turn this airplane off now. Actually, can I do that? I think if I actually just do this, it'll turn all the way off. All right. So I turned off external power and then batteries off. There we go. Now the plane's turned off. Look at that. We even got this thing, and I've never even seen it before. Boom. A320 landed at 4 a.m. GMT, I think. Tucson to Colorado Springs. Or no, we took off at 4 a.m. We landed at 5:15. Total time of flight, hour 23. Takeoffs, one night. Landings, one night. Bang! Dang, we're like real pilots. I mean, like, where do I sign up to fly an A320 in real life? Anyways, really good time tonight. We're getting this thing figured out. Now we got to figure out is how to get the plane to automatically capture that glide slope on the way in, and then there will be much less panicking in the last like 2 minutes of the flight. But otherwise, I have to say, really good job, and I'm glad you guys were here to hang out with me. So thank you, and I love you, and I'll see you next time. So good night.